Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. As I promised in my video yesterday, I'm going to show you how to save your eggs and keep them for up to 2 years. Whether you have chickens or you've got a neighbor that's got farm fresh eggs, let me say you cannot do this method with store-bought eggs. You cannot do this method if you have already washed eggs. They've got to come straight from the chickens. They've got to be fresh. If you got a farmer that lives nearby, you can get eggs from. Make sure you ask them if they've been washed or cleaned. They've got to be unwashed, because a chicken egg has what's called the bloom on it. It's a protein that protects it while it's in the coop or while they're laying on it, so it protects it from rotting. What you're doing in this method here is, we've got 15 chickens, and sometimes they get crazy and they just explode with eggs, so many that we can't sell all of them, and we don't want to throw them away, so we try to save them for hard times, put them back. They'll last 2 years this way. What you do is you gather your eggs. You get like a gallon jar here, any size jar, but we have the gallons here. This is an old pickle jar, and what we do is you put your eggs in. Can you show them how you put them in with this egg over here?
You just have to make sure it's down the point side.
You got to make sure the point side's down, and that way the air bubble is up in there, and every egg's got the pointy side, so that point side here will go down into the jar first. You'll mix 1 ounce of pickling lime to 1 quart of water. You'll fill your jar full of eggs. That may take you a couple of days. We can normally fill one up in about a week. Once it's filled up and stacked properly, what you'll do is you'll mix up 1 ounce of pickling lime to 1 quart of water, and make sure you dissolve it.
And you just keep adding the same solution
Yep.
until you cover all the eggs.
You just keep adding the solution until the eggs are completely covered. Now you'll see here in the bottom that this pickling lime has settled, and that's going to happen over a period of time, but when you put it in, you want to make sure it's completely dissolved and mixed up. These eggs here from 922, 822, 922, 1022, so that's about a year old. Now if you want to make sure your eggs are good, you can test them with water, and we've got one fresh from our girls here. We got that egg yesterday, and see, it's floating right. It's not floating, it's sunk to the bottom, so we know that egg is perfectly good to eat, and that is a totally fresh one that come from our girls yesterday. Now let's take one out of the 922. Okay, we'll test that one, and that one is a good egg. It lays right at the bottom. If your egg floats, we would throw that egg away. But as you can see, this egg right here is sitting right on the bottom. That's a year-old egg. If it tilts up just a hair bit and the point side's down and it's just a little bit floating up off the bottom, a little bit, that egg is still edible. Do not use any egg that floats to the top. That's just what we do. I wouldn't recommend eating one like that. So now we're going to show you our fresh egg right here. That's from the girls yesterday. Okay, and that's what that one looks like. That's fresh from the girls yesterday. And this is from the girls in September of last year. There you go. So we're looking at this egg over here being over a year old. This one being fresh from yesterday. The only thing I can see is this egg here is a little bit more runnier. Let's see how they cook up and see how they taste. So guys, if you're not raising your own chickens to get your own eggs, find someone that has farm fresh eggs that have not been cleaned, and you can do the same thing. You could buy a carton of 36 eggs, put them up like this. We keep these in a closet. No need to refrigerate them once you do this.
But the closet also has heating in there, or AC in it too.
Well, yeah, the closet's in the house, so it has heat and AC like yours would in your home. So yeah, if you could buy a lot of eggs, put them up. Your chickens are overabundance. You can do this also. This is the water glass method. It's been around since 1800. In 1896, Fannie Farmer actually published the instructions how to do this technique in the Boston School Cookbook. It's a tried and true method. As long as you test your eggs with water when you take them out, you're gonna want to do that. Make sure they're still viable and good. As long as they sink to the bottom, they're good. They smell good. But this is a great way to have long-term storage of your eggs. And like I say, if you don't have chickens, you can find a farmer or someplace local to get them from. I would not get any from the store because you cannot trust if they've been washed or anything like that. They've got to be farm fresh.
You can brush the dirt off of them.
Well, yeah, you can brush the dirt off of them or a little bit of hay that's stuck to it. You can do that, but
you want to put them in there as clean as possible by hand.
By hand, yes. And if you do get one that's cracked in your jar, you'll take your eggs out and get rid of that one. The other ones will still be fine. Just make sure you put them back with the point side down. All right. Now that one there is from the girls yesterday. This one here is a year old. This is from the girls yesterday. So all that's left to do really now is just taste them and see. All right. Like this one here. There you go. That's a good egg. And this one here. This is it's a year old. Guys, I'm telling you, taste that. You cannot tell a difference in either one of them. I couldn't tell if my eyes were closed. I couldn't tell you which one's which.
Okay, well, let's do that. I'll close my eyes and you give me one of each.
Okay, all right.
I can see if I can tell the difference.
See if you can tell the difference, okay? Let's go with this one here.
Give me one to turn around.
Yeah, go ahead, turn around. All right, taste that one.
Okay, that's one of them. So let me taste the other one I didn't taste yet.
All right. I can do that. All right, here you go. So guys, if you're looking to preserve eggs, in my opinion,
I would have to say the first one was sweeter.
that was the year-old egg.
It was sweeter.
Okay, I didn't get that, but I got more salt, I guess, because you put more
Maybe it
salt
was
in
more salt, yeah.
Yeah, but
You could not, I know, I honestly, I thought maybe with the solution, I might be able to pick that up,
right.
thinking that was going to get through the egg, and I really wasn't real sure I was even going to try the egg.
Okay.
Because it's a year old, but you cannot tell the difference, honestly. That's why when I wanted to turn around and not know. But I did think this one, to me, the first one you gave me, you said, was this
It was that one, yes.
It did seem sweeter, but it could have been the salt, but it still seemed a little sweeter.
Well,
not in a bad way.
Yeah, they were both really good. And if something happened, say our chickens stopped laying or whatever over the wintertime, we've got eggs. This is
I'm
just
glad
a small.
that we did this because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with these eggs to get them out of the closet because I just didn't know if I could bring myself to try something that's been a solution for a year. It just seems crazy.
Well, it certainly works.
And now I've just got to figure out a place to put them, to get them out of my closet to save them now.
Well, you've got the other jars in the pantry. How many do you have in the pantry?
4.
4 more jars. So that's a lot of eggs, guys.
Now we took the ones that are in the pantry from the girls when they were still very little.
Well, they'll be about 2 years old.
Yeah, I think they had just pretty much started laying, so I don't think the shell was as hard,
right,
as it is with these.
Well,
because
I'll tell you.
They started laying in April
Of last year. Well, guys, I'll tell you, if you want to preserve eggs and make sure you have eggs on hand, pickling lime, water, and a jar. And
I'll go get the bags.
I'll give the description in the, or I'll give the directions on how to do this in the description below, and it'll have the information for you. But yeah, guys, if you can find eggs, or you have chickens that are laying too many eggs, you don't know what to do with them, this is a great way to preserve them.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, they're really good.
I didn't think I'd be able to eat it.
And they say that these can last past 2 years. So,
But I think when they stop laying so much in the winter,
well, that's what
got
the whole,
plenty.
that's why the homesteaders did that in the 1800s, because they had no refrigeration, and someone came up with this idea, and it's been going ever since. So anyway, guys, this is water glassing your eggs for long-term storage, and be great for a survival situation. Or
and I don't even smell any of the chemical. Or,
yeah, I couldn't
not
taste
chemical, but
the lime. The lime.
I thought for sure that would make its way through the shells by now after a year.
No, they were really good. I couldn't tell the difference.
I can't. This was good.
So guys, if you're prepping, you want to make sure you have eggs on hand all the time, good source of protein, I would definitely try this. Like I say, we've done it, and it worked out great.
Now, will we come across one or two in all of this? Possibly.
Maybe, but that's why you use the water test
You
to
do
make
that
sure they're
every day,
okay.
just getting eggs from the girls anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's just something different about it.
So always make sure to test your eggs with the water test, guys. It's just plain water. If they float, throw it out. If it stands up in the water with the tip touching the bottom, it's not as fresh. It's still edible. If it lays down flat like these two did, you're good to go. All right, guys. I'm Tad. And until next time, we will talk about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.